Hello and welcome to the Devon Business Show 2023. Yes! Hooray! This is the first of many live podcasts and live web streams as we come to you live from the Plymouth Pavilions. This event is hosted by the Devon and Plymouth Chamber of Commerce, and we are absolutely amazed at how well, she sounds to have had some doubt, doesn't it? At how well things have come together, because I got a feeling it's going to be a bumper year. My name's Paul Philpott. I'm your podcast presenter from Fresh Air Studios. I'm also one of the vice chairs here at the Devon and Plymouth Chamber of Commerce. And with me now, I have three very attractive ladies, if I may say so too. We have, as we say hello to our people and skills partner from City College Plymouth, we're joined by amazing name this Lee McQueen. Lee McQueen, lovely.
Hello.
And from Westcotts, our podcast partner, we have Val Doyle. Hello, Val.
Morning.
Hello. And from Babcock, our show hub partners. Try saying that with a mouthful of round trees. And we've got Hannah Rose. Hi, Hannah.
Hello. Hi.
Thanks for joining us. Now, before we go on any further, let's just do a few shout-outs. We're going to do these throughout our episodes today. We need to say hello to Apex HR, to First Class Support, to Azets, to Bailey Partnership, and also to Abacure Limited as well. They've got stands here. Come along and say hello to them as we're here down at Plymouth Pavilions throughout the day. So, you're all here. Have you got your stands already? Are your stands missing you?
Our stands... Well, actually, no, because I've got two wonderful apprentices on my stand at the moment.
Oh, lovely. Yes, fantastic. So we'll start with City College Plymouth first of all. Thank you very much for being one of our headline sponsors. Events like this are very, very important. We had COVID and they kind of like vanished, and now thankfully they're back. Why do you think they're so important to hold?
I think they are such an important part of developing skills and developing relationships in the city for businesses to come together and meet other employers, other businesses, and just network with each other, but also to meet people, people from the public who are potential customers, potential employees. It's such an important part of bringing people together and showing what businesses can do in the city, what businesses are here for.
I think it is a great opportunity to showcase things. But Val, we were talking earlier, It's not just about selling stuff, it's also about meeting and engaging with people and bringing that back to a skills context. How do you see these events can help?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you've just got to show to people, one of our straplines is we're here, and we're here very much for the business community to help them support, guide, and also for our future sort of employee task force. So we actually recruited someone from the event last year here, from someone who came around on the stand. So I think it's just being friendly and showing people that you're open and, you're just there to help them with their businesses and, whatever they need, really.
And Hannah, Babcock, obviously we all know Babcock, a massive entity within the city of Plymouth. Engaging with the people of the future, the talent of the future, it must be incredibly important for organisations as big and as diverse as Babcock International.
Absolutely, it's incredibly important. So I come from our early careers team, and we put a lot of priority onto our outreach and going out into the community.
Sorry, I'm just
schools.
knocking everything here.
Right.
I'm not used to actually having a drink. Carry on.
Yeah, going out into the community, into schools, engaging with businesses, engaging with organisations. So I've already gone around and had a good look around today. I know a lot of organisations, so we're linked in with them as well. And yeah, it's just a really great opportunity to showcase our talent and the opportunities that we have available within early careers, but not just early careers, in recruitment in general as well.
Lee, let's talk about people skills for a moment, because events like this, I can imagine that some people can find them quite intimidating, because it's not maybe as one-to-one and grilling as a networking event, but this is still networking, isn't it?
It is networking because the businesses on display here aren't just here to meet the public, they're here to meet each other as well. So there's a huge networking element. And for us as the sort of key institution in terms of skills in the city, it's a really great opportunity for us to show other employers what we have on offer, for us to tell people who perhaps don't know, because often City College is seen as a place for 16 to 18-year-olds, to show other employers that we have so much on offer to help them, that we can be a key part of developing skills within their business, helping them to recruit, helping them to build their existing skills base. So meeting other businesses is a really key part of that for us.
I need to give a name shout actually out to your CEO and principal, Jackie Grubb. She's pretty much become a skills ambassador for the whole skills discussion, because I think it's fair to say that we often default the skills conversation towards people at the younger end of the spectrum. But that's not the case, is it? I open that up for discussion.
No, and I think not. I think, sort of developing skills at any age is very important. And, all of us, we've got to think about the next generation coming through, helping support, sort of businesses and everyone within the city. And you can never invest too much, I don't believe, in anyone trying to reach their full potential. And, giving people the opportunity to do so without judging them.
And the definition of skills is very widespread, isn't it? It's not just about the basics. So we used to call it the 3 R's. I don't know if they do they use that term still? Reading, writing, arithmetic. I can't, hang on. Who dropped the A? It's like people from America now have the A to the America. But it's not just about that. There are so many other things that you need to kind of train yourself and learn in life, isn't there?
Absolutely. I mean, obviously, City College Plymouth can talk about this as well. But a lot of like the apprenticeships as well. Like look at like behaviour. So that's like really important. So yeah, I totally agree. It isn't just about the 3 R's as you mentioned. It's a much wider, wider thing.
And I think attitude also that we sort of find with the younger, sometimes from the younger generation, there's some life skills that they've got to kind of learn really, that things aren't a given, and and you've got to kind of knuckle down, and there's a work ethic is a really important skill to have, and sort of sometimes that's not a natural skill for people to have.
That's really true. The soft skills are a really important part of what we do at the college. There's always something to be learned at any point in your career. And the way tech moves so fast as well, there's always upskilling to be done. With soft skills in particular, we've been leaning a lot into VR lately, which has been really interesting, learning sort of interview skills or presentation skills or customer service skills.
And I think that's an interesting thing. So people sort of, I'm envisaging we're a reasonably similar age. There's a lot that I can learn from the youngsters about, sort of some of these tech things, because it doesn't come naturally to me at all. And they're like, almost grabbing my phone from me and showing me what to do. But
I get that all the time.
We actually did have a moment just now, didn't we?
Yeah.
I said, just put your phone onto flight mode and you have to swipe up and all that kind of stuff. Never get on an airplane again with that. You never know what's going to happen. No, just to kind of cut through the lingo, because we often within the industry of training and education and employment, we throw around lots of lingo and terminology like soft skills. So obviously, I mean, the opposite to that are hard skills. Is that correct? Are they termed in those two ways? And can you give us some further examples of those two groups of skill sets?
I don't know if we necessarily call them hard skills, but what we could look at as hard skills would be sort of the actual skills that need to be learned for the job, the technical skills or the on-the-job sort of step-by-step things. The soft skills would be more sort of your customer service skills, your communication skills, presentation skills, interview skills. How you relate to people is becoming, or empathy skills actually, are becoming more and more important in the workplace as well. As a leader, as a manager, you're going to need a lot more empathy skills, a lot more communication skills to be able to lead people effectively.
Putting you all on the spot, it is said that we have a skills crisis. I believe that is the case. Do you all believe that's also the case?
Well, as a firm, we invest heavily in our skills, in apprentices at all levels, at level 7 and level 3 to level 4 apprentices. So I think we have to drive the skills being sort of put in place going forward. And if firms think because of the current sort of crisis in terms of sort of the finance, that they're going to cut back on training, I think that's the last thing that should be cut back on. We've got to invest in the future of all of our businesses and the city. And
we work closely with City College Plymouth, and we also have our Babcock Training Academy as well. So upskilling and training, etc., is incredibly important to us. Equally, as with the outreach as well. So, going and engaging with schools, engaging with businesses, engaging with colleges, the council, DWP, etc. So, I think business, have that responsibility also to, go out there and be able to show, what is out there for individuals.
There's a lot of hard work going on behind the scenes, isn't there, really, to try and fix this skills crisis. If you had a golden wish, something you could really do to try and move things forward, what would it be? I know that's a really hard question to put on the spot, but what would it be?
I think it's already at play. So I think traditionally, colleges, FE institutions, training providers haven't necessarily linked as closely with employers as they could have done.
Yeah.
And I think that's happening a lot more now.
Yeah.
A lot more of what we do is very employer-led. So actually going out to employers, finding out what skills they want people to be trained in, taking that back to college, designing coursework around that, touching base with employers. So that would, if there is a skills gap, which is debatable, there's a lot being done already, and a lot of government sort of initiatives are leaning that way as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think make it accessible, just make it more aware to the sort of people who are looking for, sort of perhaps a career change or some developing new skills. Making it open to all. Like you said, it's not just about the youngsters developing new skills. I think just making it aware that, what opportunities are available. Because I think some people don't actually realise, what career paths could be open to them. So it's education, I think.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, education. And so we have STEM returners as well that we're involved with. So, it is opening up all those different opportunities and going out to, different communities, etc. So, yeah.
And I guess also, you never stop learning.
No, you don't. I'm learning every day.
You're learning every day. You never stop picking up new skills. I guess events like this give people the opportunity to meet each other, to meet potential employers. Maybe people want to, there's an in term at the moment, pivots, kind of people.
Pivot.
You can pivot your career, can't you? You could be doing one thing and then think, actually, I could retrain and do something completely different. And events like this kind of opens people's minds a bit, doesn't it? Thank you very much to the three of you. We've got Lee, Val and Hannah. Thank you for being our first podcast guests. Wasn't so bad, was it?
It wasn't so bad.
It wasn't so bad. Thank you very much. And before we leave you, we need to say hello to a few of our other exhibitors here today. Hello to Ace Double Glazing, to the Cooperative Bank, to Coast and Country Cottages, and also to Helpful Holidays as well. We're broadcasting live on Facebook Live, Instagram Live, Twitter Live, YouTube Live, every other kind of LinkedIn Live, all the platforms live. But most importantly, if you have the opportunity, please do come down to Plymouth Pavilions for the Devon Business Show 2023.